Hey crafty friends, welcome back to the Old Paper Lady. I'm Lori. If you're new here, welcome and thank you for joining us. Today I thought I'd just play with some stamps and show you, some of these book page cut off pieces, what I was talking about with stamping on them. So, I've got a bunch of little boxes here with labels and tags and bits like that. And I think I've got one that's empty. And I'm going to fill it up. Well, I got another one over also. But I'm going to fill it up with just number label stamps of different colors and assortments. That's what I'm planning on doing. So, I think that's pretty much the only one I do have there. This other one I need to take the stuff that's in it out and put it somewhere else. It's got all the little gauze pieces in it, but yeah. And then I got one that's labeled well tabs, and you can see it's empty, so I done used them all. So I got to cut some more of those up with scrap papers. So I'm going to use this stamping pad. This came with my jewelry making platform. That was a little tray. I got it from, where was it? Hobby Lobby. That's where I got it from. So I'm just going to take this. Now, sometimes you can take and you can load up a longer stamp. So then, like this. I hope this works on here. So we can take this and we can do, like that and just cut those in half. So then we'll have different color approval and the little wiggle. So yeah, we're just going to play with stamps today if that's okay with you all. I have a bunch of these approval things here. We can do this like it's, on the wider pieces. And I think that's going to be fun, so we'll do that. We'll just make us a few colored pieces of those. That's what I want to do today. And I have label stamps. So these, most of the time, I'll take a pretty background piece and I'll stamp and then cut around that. And it has that pretty paper on it. But now these here, we can take, these are stamps, so we can take these and load them up and put them on here. And do that with the stamp bits. When you have different colored stamps, just something different. Stuff that I've been wanting to do and ain't got time to do, pretty much, you know what I'm saying. And that's just honestly what I'm doing right now at the moment, is stuff that I have been really wanting to do and have just not had the time to do it. So I'm going to load all of those up on that one side there. And it's a stamp and a mail thing, and then it says airmail. And so then we could, we can stamp those. Hopefully this little thing will work. And these I got from the Dollar Tree, these little things here. Some of these stamper bits I want to move because these are labels. And I would like these to be in different colors. I probably should have got these put down here and got together before I actually sat down and turned the video on. Should I have not? Why, yes, ma'am, you sure should have. But that's okay. That's all right. So then we got our stamper bits, because that's, I want to do those. Because you can cut that out in different colors, and then go down the page like so. That's going to be fun. So we'll do those. And see, all of these have music on them. Some sort of music or something on them. And those are something different. Now this one is the one I've got the whole big block stamp loaded up with butterflies and music. Now I'll take these, and this is a stamp, that's a stamp, and that's a stamp, that one and that one, there's one. So what I'll do is I'll take the whole page and stamp it, and then I got the one that's just the music background. So I'll leave those on the bigger stamp pads, because you use music quite a bit. So And this is the long, skinny one that I have. That came in a set. So that would be good to load up some numbers and just doop, 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 you know. Real easy. And I leave them on the stamp pads, and I know you're probably not supposed to do that. And these are different kinds of scripts. It's like an identity card type situation. And these are some more stamp situations and approvals and stuff like that. So they're cute to stamp on stuff. So now that I got my stampy bits out with my, because I wanted my label stuff different, you know. I don't think I'm going to use that none. We're just doing some numbers and such at the moment. That's all I want to do. And I don't think I'll use that one either. Okay. All right. So now I got to find my numbers. Where are they at? Oh, knucklehead. They're in the bottom of this right here. So I took, so see, like some of my stamps, I've put in a little piece, like it's one of those little 4x6 photo albums, and I'll put them in that. You can store them in that. It works out pretty good. So then we can take numbers and put them on here, and I just want, you know, stamp numbers. My favorite number is 3, because I have 3 children. So I'll take and I'll stamp, you know, 3 on it, like 11 times, and then the smaller strips, you know, you got smaller numbers. So yeah, and so on. So that's what I'm planning on doing today. So we're just going to pick us out some colors and do some stampy bits on our page edge from our music and our book page. Let's see, let's do some Muled Lavender. See how that works out for us real quick like. I need to get me a stamp off paper. And it's actually coffee dyed paper that I made myself. And I just stamp my pads off on it. That's all I do with that. And eventually I'll make something out of it. When I get tired of stamping on it, I'll make something out of it. We'll just use it as a background and make some tags or something. And that's what I'll do with it. Okay, so now let's see how well this is going to stamp. That pad looks a little dry to me. It is a little bit dry. But I like that. That's pretty. It's just something different. You know what I'm saying? So I'll do that a few times, and now when I cut these, I just cut it, you know, just a square around it, and that's pretty much it. That Muled Lavender is really, really dry. That may have been why they were on sale, you reckon? Let's see, let's try a wilted violet. Let's try that. Because I got some purple journals coming up. You know, we just need some ephemera stuff for those. We're just making our own ephemeras, all we're doing, y'all. Ooh, look at that. Yep, I like that. Oh, that's pretty. Yep. That's real pretty. Okay, now let me see if I can go over here and get a light one. Yep, I like that. Okay. That one I can't hardly get open. Now what color is this one? This is Venomous Potion. Dark purple. Because I have different colors of purple in my purple rose journal. So we're going to do that this year. Well, hold the paper still. Ooh, that's pretty and dark. That's real dark. I think I can get one more down here on this bottom piece. If the paper will be still for me. Yep. And then I'm just going to stamp it off right here. Right beside of that one. And I'll say, look, the stamp off on that is the same color as that. Is that not crazy? That is so cool. Alrighty, and then we have Shaded Lilac. Let's try that one. Some of these I got on sale, the smaller ones, and I really don't, the pads aren't juicy. You know what I'm saying? They're not juiced up. So it just makes me wonder if that's why they were on sale, because, oh, well, that one's not too bad. That's a pretty color purple. So I'm trying to do, you know, like pinks and greens, and or not greens. See, I got green and red on the brain, y'all. I tell you, I'm trying my best to get green and red out of my system. So I'm trying to do stuff with pinks and blues and greens. That one I moved like a knucklehead, but that's okay. We're still going to use it. But yeah, I'm just trying to get some springier colors in my noggin, so I'll get out of the Christmas mode. And I'm just going to do a stamp off on this right here, just for a lighter shade. Oh, it's almost nothing. Let's just pop that one more time. And there we go. So now when I cut these, I'll just cut right down the middle of this. And then I'll just take and do this right here. So when I use it, that's what I use. And I put it, and I'll ink around it and put it on a tag or what have you. Now most of the time I don't cut them all out. You know, I'll cut it so it'll fit in the box, but I won't cut it completely out. And then I'm still going to save this one right here where it was partial stamped. But yeah, I mean, they don't got to be cut perfect square, you know. We're just making our own label, own number labels. And that's all I'm doing with that. But yep. I'm trying to hold the scissors steady. My hands are a little shaky today. A little achy. It's really, really cold here today. But yeah, so that's what I'll do. I like the number 3. I like the number 25. And for some reason, I like 3, 4, 5, and 51, because that's my son's number that he played high school football. So I'll go through and I'll sit down and I'll just, you know, pull out some of those number stamps, and I'll just stamp, and that's what I do. So let's do, so this box is just going to be numbers. That's all we're going to put in it. So now let's take where we have, like, you know, the stamp pieces, the airmail stamps and such. We'll stamp some of those. Probably actually just need to take this and, whoopsie, not drop it on it. Take this to it. Okay, and again, that is shaded lilac there. And it is supposed to be extremely light. See? Beautiful. Love, love, love it. So you just get you, these stamps came from Temu. I got, you know, like an approval stamp or such, and it had the little squiggly lines, you know, like you put across the stamp part of it. Now this one here, I am going to take and put on a small one like this by itself, just because when you put a stamp on something, I want that squiggle mark through it. That I will take that one off there and do that with it later on. But yeah, so, and then I'm going to take and we'll do the same colors that we did with the numbers. I need to get a box for this. Now, this little box is a repurposed box. Now, I ordered, it was supposed to have been wildflower stickers. So when they came, it was actually dried flowers in it. But I've got an idea with the vellum where we can take the dried flower, stick in there and do that such. And that'll be at a later date too. But yeah. So I'm going to just repurpose this box. And I've tried to pull that off and it's just going to make a mess on it. So I'm just leaving that sticker on there and just letting it ride, honey. Just use it. Use what you got. I mean, you know. Oh, this one's going to be real pretty and dark. Ooh, yep. I like that. And I like that, see, in this corner right here, it's even picking up that little smudge on that stamp. It's supposed to be there. I like stamping. I don't have it close to me. And then, you know, I want to do stuff like this. And I'm like, well, that's going to be boring as heck to them. But yeah. And so then I'll try to take, like, where I've ran this down the side and see if I can get some of these on here. Yeah. And then you can, you know, you can maneuver your stamp blocks. I want to get a couple more of these small ones. I like playing with these. So I'm going to take, let's see, will that fit there? No, that will not fit there. That skinny stamp will though. These skinny ones will right here. That'll actually fit right here. See, it says, and that's just cute. I mean, just, you know, and that's why I save these book page and music page edges that are wide like that, because I knew I had to, you know, I wanted to get the little stamp pieces like this. And you can stamp in any color you like and make your own little label bits and such. And I always just stamp it off on this. But yeah. Just make your own little label bits, honey. That's what we're doing. And I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I hadn't had time, you know, because we've been in the throes of the holidays, decorating and making and this and that and the other. And so I got a lot of this stuff, you know, towards the end of end of the summer. And I was like, well, now, you know, it's getting in. I've got this planned. I've got this already doing. I'm doing this. You know, I have this journal. I got to get this journal done. And then it's fall. And now I'm into Christmas. And I'm like, oh, I don't have time to do none of my stampy bits to make my own labels, you know, for my color stuff. So I just kind of, you know, I put it up. And what stamping stuff you've seen me use was stuff that were, I was like, I want to take and use that, you know, to make some type of ephemera for whatever project I was working on at the time. But yeah, these little bitty blocks with these little stamps like that, I mean, it's perfect for tags and all kinds of stuff. You don't have to have a humongous stamp collection, you know, to get the effect. You know what I'm saying? Now, normally I would like to have these on a, so you can cut right up to the edge of that and just ink around it. So see? And then that's perfect to put on something. But I just cut them, you know. But yeah, so this is going to be the stamped box. This is the number box. And eventually I'll get me another set of boxes to where I'll have, you know, the stamps and the colors, you know what I'm saying? Like this is the purple box, this is the pink box. And I can about guarantee you that ain't going to be too much longer after the first of the year. It may be right after Christmas. But we got to get through the Christmas holiday first. So yeah, and that's what I do with those book page pieces. Is I'll just sit here and pretty much sometimes while I'm watching movies, and that's what I use it for. Is to, you know, sit and do my stamping bits, watching movies, and you know, and take and put numbers all down these strips. If it'll fit on it. It ain't gonna hurt it to be stamped on there. So see, like that. That's a little bitty airmail with the airplane on it. And I know I'm wearing the purples out at the moment because you know, I know I got some purple, and I will need to do some blues too. This is the Shaded Lilac. That's really light. Just a little color, you know. Just a little something here and there. That one came out a little better. I pressed a little harder on it. That's why I said I would like to have all of the colors of this distressed ink. And so then I can make, you know, all the little stampy bits, you know. Eventually I will. But at the moment, I'm happy with the colors I got because it's colors that I mainly use, you know. Like the reds, the greens, the browns, the pinks, the purples, the blues, you know. Some yellows and this and that because, you know, I make bee journals. I love bee journals. I'm allergic, definitely allergic to bees, but I love making bee journals because it's pretty. So let me see. I'm going to make a different one here now. And these little pads are perfect for these little stamps. that's why I said, I know a lot of videos, I'm like, I keep these side pieces, and this is what I use them for, to make my own label ephemeras. You just take your different colored inks, and it don't have to be distress inks. It can be, you know, just like I have these from Hobby Lobby, the whole set of different colors, and I'll just sit down here and make my own little label bits. So this is going to be, you know, like stamped, you know, different stuff. But yeah, so I hope that gives you an idea of how to make some labels and ephemera and stuff like that of your own. You know, you just get these set of numbers came from Temu, and I like the way that it had the different, you know, it had like a block and it had a script to it, you know, and it had all different sizes of numbers. So I got that. It wouldn't, I'm telling you, when I buy stuff from there, it's on the dollar deal most of the time, pretty much all the time. And then they had the little airmail stamps and stuff like that, and the block set that I got that has, there were 7 different blocks, and these are good size blocks. And then also I got these label stamps there. So what I would do with them is take whatever. Most of the time when I do label stamps, it's inked in black, and I'll take a pretty scrapbook paper that I like the pattern of, and it's usually what I use my 6x6 scrapbook paper for. And I'll just take, and because this is perfect, it's 6 inches wide, and I'll just take and go doop, and I'll move it down, and I'll ink again, and I'll make another set, and then I'll make another set, and then that's the labels. And that's what I do with it. So then I have another pretty scrapbook 6x6 paper, came from Hobby Lobby. I'll just take and figure out which way it's best for the flowers to go. And I'll really just sit here and I'll line it up on the side, and I just ink it. And then I'll move it down and I'll stamp it. And you should be able to get 3. So see, and like in that little block there, I'll hold it up here. So in that's going to be a label, and that'll be a label. So that's what I do with most of my 6x6 paper, and these are pulled out for me to actually stamp on to do that with. And I just hadn't had time to get around to it. But we're going to do some things like that, make our own little labels and stuff like that. So, yep, that's what we're going to do. We're going to make ephemera and make our own ephemera, make our labels and such. And then that way we'll have it built up for ourselves. So here I'm going to show you. So here's some of like these little label bits, see? And that's off of that same piece of scrapbook paper I just showed you. So you can just take and just cut that out, and that's your label. So that's what I'm talking about. Just beautiful. So you just cut the label bits out, and that's what I do with it. So there's one real pretty, just black on the back of that, and I'll put on here the label. Says pink label, mine. So I got ooh, I do have purple labels, so. And it doesn't have anything in it, so we'll just put them in there. So then now I've got purple labels for my purple label box. See, I got the boxes, and I already have anally labeled them, but I have nothing in them. My kids laugh at me because I am just like nuts with the label gun. I mean, really. I'm like, well, that's so if someone comes in my craft room, they know where my stuff's at too. And I'll be like, hey, grab me this. And they're like, where's it at? It's got a label on it. Hunt it. But yeah, so that's what I do. So I need to make, so I got pink labels, purple labels, and then I got some blue ones here. And then that, I need to fussy cut them out. Some tabs and such. But yeah. So see, look, these are beautiful to take and put on projects. Just on a piece of 6x6 scrapbook paper. And just stamp it. So that's what I do when I'm bored and don't feel like shooting a video. I do that. Which, you know, most of the time, pretty much everything I do here has been on video because, you know, when I sit down to do my crafting, I need to do it on video. So I need to move these somewhere else, and that's way too thick for that, but they need to go in a different box. I need to make me some whale tails. So I have tabs that I've made of my own with my because I have a little die cut machine. See, I don't do that stuff as I bought the tabs to do it with. And then I have whale tail tabs, and then these are the other tabs. So I think I'm going to take all these Temu labels out of here. And then I'm going to make me some different, because see, I have pink and peach. I have yellow, green, orange, red, and blue and purple. And then I want to do some, you know, like the distress colors. Yeah. So I want to do just black labels. I want to do just black numbers. So I'll have a box for colored numbers, a box for black numbers. So I want to keep my numbers separate. I don't know why, I just do. So, yep. So that's what I'm going to be working on for a little bit. And then there was a box of Temu labels that came in that were, I have, you know, blue, brown, and stuff like that. So I did that. And these boxes came from Temu. I thought they came in a bigger box, but they were a set of 5. And these are perfect for this stuff. You know, it don't take up much room, but it holds it, you know. And I got it put on a little bitty miniature rolly cart right underneath my table. That's 2-tiered. That works out perfect. All right, y'all. So I'm going to get off of here. And like I said, I'm going to probably put a label on this, you know. Put colored numbers, and then on this one I'll put just black numbers, and then this box here is just going to be an extra, and we'll put it in the middle. But yep, and then I need to use these up, so I'm going to leave them out to remind myself that I got them, put them in my lacy bin bit over here. Put it in my miscellaneous bin, so I remember to use them. Thank y'all for watching and putting up with my babbling and all of this and that. But I hope that gives you some idea of, you know, what to do, you know, after the Christmas. Basically, it's the Christmas, you know, the build up to it and then the letdown after. So, you know, these are ideas that you can do for your crafty stuff to help you throughout your whole year's worth of crafting. You know, set one afternoon or while you're just watching a movie or what have you, and just stamp away, honey. Get you some little cheap stamps from Temu and stamp away. And make on your own labels of any kind of sort and any color. But this little set that I got from Hobby Lobby, the acid-free ink pad pigments, it came in a whole set. 6, 12, what is that? 18. It had 18 different colors in them, and that's the whole color array pretty much of what we're going to use. So, and it was very inexpensive. I think it was like maybe somewhere $10 to $15 in that range, depending on your area, you know. So yeah, just get them, get you some little mail stamps and a set of number stamps, and you can have all kinds of labels to use, honey. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good day, and I hope this helps. We'll talk at you tomorrow.